What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to Goodnight, Punpun, Part 7. We're almost at the halfway point of the story, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, I've started this manga like a couple of months ago, like months ago. On and off here and there, right, due to some complications here and there, but knowing that I am about to reach like the halfway point of the story, it's getting to me. It's definitely getting to me, right? It's the feeling of knowing that a story is about to end, even though it's still like a ways off, but knowing that I have been through like half of the story already, or I'm about to be about to finish half of the story, it's definitely, it's making me feel empty inside. I haven't felt empty yet, but it's definitely getting to me. Punpun is one of those stories that I just don't want to end, but it kind of has to end. But that just kind of goes to show like how good like the story and the manga really is. Yeah. You know how the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. And speaking of all good things coming to an end, I have to address the reaction for this video. So for some of you who may have noticed, the duration of the video isn't really as long as the other videos. Like, what's going on? So basically, here's what's gonna happen to Punpun reactions moving forward. Just specifically for Punpun, by the way. Other manga reactions may not be affected, but just specifically for Punpun, here's what I'm gonna do. The reactions will not be on YouTube anymore. I don't want to get copyright claim or especially a copyright strike. I think it's pretty reasonable why I changed my approach this way. Punpun isn't really friendly right now on YouTube, as some of you may know. Yeah. Punpun reactions will still be in the description below though, so the full uncut, unedited version will be available right there. And the best part about that is I won't be editing much on it. Like, if you're watching the YouTube versions, I have to, lower the opacity and whatever. And to be fair, I still kind of think like me lowering the opacity and making it kind of unreadable to the eyes should make it safer than most, but I'm not gonna take the risk. So the full unedited version will be in the description below. It's not the best quality, as some of you may know, but it's a compromise that I'm willing to take for the safety and the longevity of my channel. So hope you guys understand that. Early access will still be a thing for Punpun. That's not going to change. The schedule will also remain the same unless anything happens, which, if that is the case, then I will announce it. But so far, the schedule should not change at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you want to watch the reaction, if you want to watch my reaction to Punpun, go to the link in the description below. And that's pretty much it for the video, actually. Like, I don't feel like I want to add anything else. So hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. Hope you guys enjoy my discussion. I don't know if I want to put my discussion in the YouTube video towards the end of this, or if I just want to keep all of that in the reaction. I don't know yet. I guess you guys will see what I'm gonna do. But right now, I'll just say thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for being with me on my journey with Punpun. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Yeah. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. All right. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace. So that was Goodnight Punpun Part 7. I guess I'll add a mini review to the YouTube video. So, this won't be long, by the way. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about this part. So, yeah, I've talked about this multiple times before, but especially during this, this specific um reaction to this part. But the thing about Goodnight Punpun is, as much as Punpun is the main character and as much as he is the central focus of it, he hasn't really gripped me as much as I wanted to until this chapter and until this part, right? Um, in the beginning, as much as I find Punpun's whole story to be interesting and unique, and of course, filled with a lot of problems, but it's mostly problems that we don't see come to fruition yet, right? We see Punpun in a lot of these like terrible situations, but Punpun always braces it off like it was that was nothing, like even though he has some remarks on it, it's not really fully, it's not fully um it's not as detailed or as explored during the beginning parts of Punpun, right? Especially in contrast with Yuichi, who, in my opinion, was like the best part of like the beginning portions of Punpun, right? I love Punpun, but Yuichi's storyline was the part that sold me the most, and that was the storyline that that got the most amount of discussion out of me personally. I mean, you've seen my reactions. You know how I reacted to that specific set of chapters for like for Yuichi's side story and whatever. It's fantastic. It's great. But when it comes to Punpun himself, it's really hard for me to get a grasp, to get a grasp on him. Like, I get it, I understand Punpun's whole situation, but I wasn't as, I would say, emotionally invested. Again, until this part, we have now reached the halfway point of the story. Right? This is the halfway point. And starting with the next part, that is, I would say, the second half of the story as a whole. Now, we're seeing all of those problems, all of those bad situations, bad days, bad moments that happen during Punpun's childhood life coming to bite him in the ass. This is the part where I am starting to fully resonate with Punpun. I'm not there yet. It's not Yuichi level yet. Okay, I'm not bawling my eyes out just yet. But it's getting there. And one of my own personal criticism is not like a major criticism, it's more like my own gripes with the story so far that I haven't really talked about it, is that some of the storylines and subplots of Punpun, as good and as great as they are, again, like, they didn't really have that impact, right? Individually speaking, as as individual chapters, some of them aren't really, as like, whoa, like, oh, you know what I mean? But now, about halfway through the story, now all of those moments suddenly have meaning. They have impact. Their impact is now. Their impact is this part. Because I wouldn't feel this way if not for all of those moments in the past. Because now, again, like the story is starting to build up. The story was setting up a lot of these like pieces of the puzzles, and now the puzzle is slowly being crafted, and we're slowly seeing the bigger picture. And that bigger picture is depression and trauma and probably mental instability. And also maybe a loss of one's own identity. I don't know. There's a lot. Punpun has a lot of problems right now. He doesn't even know who he is. He's a changed man, as indicated by the fact that he literally turned into a pyramid. I would say now, thinking about it, that's more like him separating himself from his family. Like his family are bird people, like even though they're just like metaphorically speaking, right? It's just an artistic choice, right? But now that he is living on his own, now that he is slowly becoming an adult, now that he is slowly removing his childhood, becoming an adult, becoming more mature, abandoning all of those past memories, instead of fixing those past memories, instead of trying to find solutions to help meditate that, he instead decided to shut it all off, block it out of his memory, which, in my opinion, is a bad thing. Though I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I'm not really qualified to say any of that. So he becomes a pyramid. He has become a changed man. That is the indication that I'm seeing here. But then he reverts back, just for a couple of pages. He reverts back to his bird self. That is also the moment when he sees Aiko again. And speaking of Aiko, what the fuck is going on with Aiko, man? I was joking about it in the reaction, like, what if Punpun was just, seeing things? Now he's actually seeing things. And that is a problem. That is a huge problem. Aiko is literally haunting him. He needs to let her go. And I don't know how he's gonna do it. And it's super hard for him to do so. And since Punpun is becoming more and more of an adult, right? Because the Punpun that we have been following before, a young Punpun from elementary up to high school. Yes, we've all been there before, but that was like ages ago, or I would assume for a lot of us. So it's harder, or not harder. Yeah, it's harder for me personally to to grow more attached to it because of how realistic it is, right? It's both a compliment, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But like because of how realistic it is, in terms of Asano's portrayal of like a middle school boy, an elementary boy, a high school boy who has these issues, that it's kind of hard for me to resonate with Punpun because some of his problems are problems that I personally don't experience or have not experienced during those times. Like obviously Punpun's situation is of the extreme. But now that Punpun is growing up, now that Punpun is at an age that is similar to mine, and I've also seen that Sachi is actually 22 years old, so same age as me actually, as of recording. Now that Punpun is at that age, where his actions, what he does, what he's doing, his mental state is something that I can really relate to, it's getting to me. It's really getting to me. I am really scared of this second half of Punpun because this is the part where it's probably going to touch on a lot of topics that I and a lot of people may have probably experienced before. And I am not ready for Punpun to accidentally open wounds that I have already healed. Yeah. That's pretty much it for my small little review slash um mini discussion. It's not really a discussion. It's a review. It's a review for this part of Punpun, which is slowly it's getting better. It's getting better. I mean, it's already great. It's already great, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of like Punpun's character, he is growing on me. Now he is a character that I can really relate to more and more. Now I can resonate with him more. Now I can resonate with a lot of these characters more because they're no longer kids. They're adults. Now they're more mature. Kind of crazy if you think about it, because a lot of other animes have their characters be like 14, 15 years old, high school and whatever, but a lot of people can resonate with them more because they're not really acting their age. They're actually acting very mature for their age. A 14-year-old could act like a 25-year-old, 26, 30-year-old, like. In a way, I have to commend Punpun, like and Asano, for like how he crafted this story. Like it's genuinely really fascinating, and I'm curious to see like how people feel about Punpun, because like again, like you've seen like some of the letters that that was in like the previous part of Punpun, right? Where fans of the manga was like writing letters. I don't know if they were real or not, but you see like people, young and old, all groups of ages. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing those different perspectives in Punpun's story and like from the different parts of it. Anyways, I've been rambling for a bit now. That's pretty much it for me and my mini review for Punpun. Um, Catch you all next time for the next reaction to Punpun. And take care, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of other people. Stay safe. Have a good day. Peace.